Hi guys, welcome back to Beautiful Truth. So for today's video I am going to show you how to recreate this look using my much loved Blank Canvas Master Series 1 palette. This is a much requested palette because I use this palette so often. When I'm on Snapchat, a lot of people ask me would I do a tutorial using this palette. So that is exactly what I've done. Now keep in mind as you watch this video that I am not a trained makeup artist. All my skills is self-taught skills, if you could use that word, but it's all self-taught, just watching YouTube videos. So if I can recreate this look, any of you guys can. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and yeah, enjoy. So to begin, I am going to apply Push Makeup's Rudy Nudie all over my lids. Basically, this is an eyeshadow base and I find it really good for helping with the longevity of my eyeshadow. It stops it creasing and it also gives a little bit more colour payoff. So following that, I'm going to take the colour Core and I'm just going to pack that all over my eyes. This sets your eyeshadow base and it also is going to act as my base colour. I then take the colour Brazen and I am going to use the Bell brush from the Nema brush Build It Up set. I'm using more or less this brush set the whole way through and it is an absolutely fantastic brush. So this is a really fluffy brush that is brilliant for the soft kind of sheer application of colour, which is what you want around this area of the eye. So I'm applying Brazen more or less from the crease upwards and I'm going to apply a little bit to the outer third of the eye. I have to make sure however that it's really blended. That is the key to any makeup look. You don't want harsh lines unless it's a cut crease that you're going for. I apply small amounts of product and I build up to my desired colour. It's much easier to do that than it is to go in with a whack of colour and try and blend it down. Next up, I'm going to take the colour Strut and I'm going to apply that using the Lonely brush. So I'm going to start on the outer third of my eye. I'm just not going to go in as far as I did with Brazen, and I'm going to apply the product upwards and up into the kind of the socket area. I am using windshield wiper motions to blend the shadow out, but this brush was more for applying it and blending it, but you'll use the Bell brush again to give that real smooth sheared out blending. So next up we are going to take the colour Carmen and I am using the Selfie brush. This is a much denser brush, so it's much better for applying colour more specifically than you would with other brushes. So I apply it in a V shape around the eye to the outer third. Again, I'm not going in as far as the previous colours and I'm going to again blend out with the Bell brush in your kind of circular motions. So next up I'm going to take the colour Coca and I am going to apply Coca using a brush that's not in the Build It Up set, but this is the Lisa brush. I love this for kind of detailed work in and around the socket and the outer kind of V of the eye. This is giving you more of the contoured look in your eye and a little bit more definition. But even though you've applied it with that brush, you're going to blend again with your Bell brush. Everything is kind of, you're blending one colour up into the other, but you're just not going up as high with each of them. There is a little bit of a fallout with this these eyeshadows, so I am taking my Nema Roundhead Kabuki brush and I'm just tidying up with a little bit of foundation, sure no harm. So for eyeliner, I am definitely not an eyeliner queen, but I'm using my Kat Von D tattoo liner and I start at the inner corner of the eye and I basically follow the shape of my eye and draw a line to the outer corner. Now as you can see, my line isn't perfect, but when I get to the outer corner I do a little slanted wing and I kind of draw it in a triangle and I colour it in, and then I can go back over my eye and thicken it out to join it up with the wing. That is just how I do it. It seems to work. So for my under eye area to highlight, I am using the Maybelline Dark Circular Razor and I am applying this in a triangular shape underneath the eye and I'm just going to blend it out using a kind of a dense brush. This concealer is fantastic, but it doesn't get all of my dark circles, so I am using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer and I'm applying it just to the areas where I've got darkness and I am patting it out with my, well, I'm meant to be my ring finger, but I kept poking myself in the eye. I'm then going to set this with the MAC Studio Fix setting powder. This is a fantastic powder. It's so finely milled, it doesn't crease and it sets your concealer really well. So again, I'm going to go back in with the eyeshadow. I wait to do this until I have my concealer done and I go back in and I'm going in with the Dale brush and I'm applying Strut underneath the eyes just to kind of, you want your eyes, the top and the bottom of your eye to balance out. I apply Strut and then I go in with a little bit of Carmen on the same brush. I'm just not going to take it over as far. I'm focusing a little bit more on the outer half of the eye. Then taking the beautiful Bertie pencil brush that's in this kit, I am taking Coca and I'm applying underneath the eye again just to darken it out. So then we go on to our pencil. Now this is a limited edition MAC pencil. It's in kind of a plum colour because I find sometimes black can be that little bit harsh. I am that little bit older now. And I'm applying it all along the waterline and I'm tight lining up the top. So this is the L'Oreal Super Lash Fibre Mascara and I adore it. So how this works is, the first part is you're applying the fibre to your eyes. Now I thought this was a bit of a gimmick when I first got it and I was like, I don't know, but it is amazing. So the fibre is basically lengthening out your lashes so that when you go in with mascara, the mascara already has something to cling to and you're getting even more volume and length. As I said, I did think this is a bit of a gimmick to start, but I have tried it without using the fibre end of the mascara and you just don't get the same result. You can see the difference there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I haven't used false lashes here just so you can see the effect of this mascara. So I always do this at the end of my eyeshadow. Once I've applied my mascara and my liner, I go in with the Lisa brush and I am taking Corruption and I'm just adding a little bit of darkness to the outer part of my eye. But again, I will go in and blend it with the Bell brush. So to highlight my brow bone, I'm using the Wet n Wild Brow Highlighter. This is fantastic and costs less than a bag of chips. You're basically applying that just up into your brow to give it that little bit more of an arched highlighted look. And then I take the Harvey brush and I blend it out. I also apply it to the inner corner of my eye to give myself a little bit more brightness or make myself look awake, because God knows with a baby that doesn't sleep through the night, I need a little bit more help making myself look awake. I do blend it out with the Harvey brush, but I go back in with my finger most of the time. It's just like poking myself in the eye with those nails to make sure that it's really blended out. So to set my foundation, I am using the MAC Studio Fix setting powder again, and I am going to lightly apply it to my face. As I said, this is such finely milled powder. It's seamless on the face. For my contour, I am using the Jane Iredale So Bronze Bronzer. I love this. This is a really subtle bronzer / contouring powder. I don't like that real heavy contoured look. I like my contour to look really subtle, that I have the illusion of cheekbones instead of looking like I've put a whack of product on my face. I'm using the Nima Harley brush to blend this out. This is a beautiful blending brush for contouring, and I contour up onto my forehead as well because I have a Massivo forehead. I want to try and make it look smaller, and of course I try and contour out my 25 chins. I am using a Wet n Wild Colour Icon blusher here, and I'm just applying it to the apples of the cheek and I'm sweeping it up. This is a subtle blusher, but in real life it does give that gorgeous natural glow to the cheeks. So for my highlighter, I am using the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion highlighter in the shade Gold, and I'm applying this with a Nima Erin brush. As you can see, this is an unbelievably gorgeous highlighter. I apply my highlighter just to the cheekbones, and I do for some reason bring it down my nose and of course the top of my lips. So for my lips, I am using MAC Cherry Lip Liner. I decided to go for a red lip here. I outline my lips, but for some reason or other, a while ago I decided to start colouring them in too, because I find that it just gives your lipstick that little bit more longevity, and as the lipstick wears off, the liner is still there. So for my lipstick, I'm going to use the Meet Matte Use liquid lipstick in the shade Loyal. This is a beautiful blue toned red. It's quite comfortable to wear for the most part. So that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoy it. I'm not really one to be doing tutorials, so let me know what you think, and if you want to see any more, just leave a comment down in the comment section and I will get recording. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.